Okay, I got something new from AquaGuard. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of November. So actually, I'm a little bit late to the party. As far as I can tell, many of my fellow reviewers have already checked out this bag, and you will just see I did not check it out yet. So I am, see this, completely sealed boxes. I have no idea about this product. I just know this is a new, or these are two new sling bags from AquaGuard, the Core Sling, but that's basically it. For all of you who don't know, I will not edit this so you can see or hear my honest first impressions. And this kind of first impression is an unboxing. For me, it is really important to give you the most honest, spontaneous unboxing and first impressions, as if I would be going into a brick and mortar store, see that product for the very first time and then check it out. So I have no information about sizing, pricing, materials, anything. I don't know anything about that. So for a really good first impressions and unboxing. All right, so let's open this up quickly. First, let's utilize my little unboxing knife. First package, open this one as well. And then let me just see. Let's start with the lighter one. This feels a little bit more heavier. Open up this box. Enjoy the sling. Okay, this is noisy packaging, but let's open up this one. This is the Core Sling Mini in the Ripstop Olive 10 version. Let's check this out. I really like AquaGuard. I like the AquaGuard Max, the Daily Plus. They make incredible backpacks that, for me personally, are very easy recommendations for most people. And I really like their design, language, their features. So I'm looking forward to see what they bring to the table in the sling bag market. All right, so this is a fairly small sling bag. So let me see, do I have something in comparison? So this is my Samsung Fold 5, as you can tell, or here's my Anbernic RG35 Plus retro gaming device, so the size of a Game Boy. That way you can, oh here, maybe that's a better size comparison. My Logitech MX Master mouse. So a fairly compact sling bag, which would be great for phone, wallet, keys, but probably not for my DJI Pocket 3. That is, I have no clue what the volume is. As I said, first impressions, haven't informed myself. I do like the overall look of this. This is a ripstop fabric. The colors look great. I'm not in particularly too fond of this color combination with this kind of muddy brown. I do realize that I heavily grade the material or the footage of my videos. So what you see is probably not true to color. I just like to make my videos this way. This is like a quick access compartment that is open. I personally don't really know how I would utilize this. This would probably just be like a quick access drop-in pouch. Let's imagine I'm going from my car and I just quickly drop my keys in here because I need my hands free to put my groceries into the trunk and then get my keys out again just for some hands-free experience. This pocket would be great, but obviously since you cannot close this, this wouldn't be a pocket for, in air quotes, long-term storage. So yeah, I would call this hands-free, temporary, quick access drop-in pocket. That's how I would call it. Then YKK zippers for the main compartment, and I'm sorry, outside some people are honking like crazy. Then we have main compartment. Here is the shoulder strap. What I do like about this is the straps not only is detachable, making this dual purpose. You could use this basically as a pouch for items that you just want to keep inside your backpack, but also when you attach these very lightweight, slim shoulder strap, it is not getting in your way. Because for me, there's always like a balance point. If a shoulder strap is too bulky, it might be comfortable, but it somewhat gets in your way because it is just a little bit too big, too wide, and maybe it's winter, your coat has like a hood, and then it gets a little bit, in air quotes, messy. So having a very slim shoulder strap, the downside is that if it's heavy, it will dig into your shoulders, but the upside is that it won't get in your way. Since this is the mini version, so not a lot of weight, I totally understand able carry going with this kind of design and making sure it doesn't get in your way, whilst kind of realizing this won't be that heavy and won't be as like unwieldy or heavy on your shoulders. We have like a little attachment point to which they attach a key leash, but I like that you can kind of utilize this for something else. Imagine I like S-biners, for example, here. So I do like that I could kind of detach this key leash and then opt for something else like this. So this is, in my humble opinion, a better solution, because sometimes, or most of the times, key leashes are permanently attached to the bag, and this way I could just detach it and not deal with it. Then we have two drop-in slots to kind of organize items. I personally I'm not fond of this style. Just like in the Fyro sling bag, the Seater, there were these kind of drop-in slots as well. And personally, what I don't really like, that you don't can kind of zip them, or they don't have like a good elastic on the top. There is always the danger, and for me this actually happens a lot. I put some stuff in here, for example, lip balm, and then I'm walking like so, right? Sometimes these small items just jump out, and that renders these slots not as like perfect in terms of organization in your main compartment. Since everything kind of falls out of them eventually, I sometimes just think, then just let's drop everything into the main compartment. You have a zippered pocket here, which is great. This would probably be a good place to store your slim wallet, to keep it a little bit more secure, meaning that if a pickpocket would open up this zipper, they still would have another zipper to get to just pickpocket your wallet. So I kind of like that, but that's basically it. There is nothing more to this sling bag, to the Core Sling Mini. Again, I'm not too fond of this colorway with this kind of muddy yellow. I do like the idea of this quick drop-in slot. Again, this would not be for permanent storage, but if I quickly need to have my hands free, I could just store my phone like this. Very unsecure situation, but if I need to kind of have my hands free in a pinch, this would be a good, in air quotes, tool. So this was the mini version. Now let's check out the other package. So this would be the bigger one. So let's see. Again, no clue about the sizing, but oh yeah. So this, in terms of colorway, is already in my ballpark. I love white X-Pac. This is black. Usually I don't like black, and I wouldn't like it if this bag would be completely black. But with this white X-Pac, this looks amazing. I really like this. Here's this gray. Hold on, did the other one have a back pocket? No, it didn't. So this one isn't only bigger, but also has two more pockets. So let's start with the drop-in pocket again here. So with the addition of two more pockets, I really like this feature because I can utilize all of the other pockets, and this would be a really good add-on. With the smaller one, obviously you only have the main pocket and this one, this quick drop-in. So it's a little bit harder to pick and choose, because for me to make this a little bit more useful, it would be better if this front pocket would have had a zipper, making this basically another pocket. But not sure if I can explain that correctly, but because here are more pockets, I don't feel that, in air quotes, bad about this pocket being not as useful. You know what I mean? So yeah, quick drop-in pocket here at the front. Then we have one compartment here, which has an AquaGuard YKK zipper. So here we have, in air quotes, the quick access slot, again with these kind of drop-in slots that for me personally could benefit from being a little bit tighter, or one of them at least having a zippered pocket to make this more useful, or not useful, at least a little bit more secure, that nothing kind of will jump out. But other than that, yeah, this is basically your quick access pocket. I do like that all of these, or at least the front compartments, have dual zippers, so making it a little bit better for you to decide if you want to keep the zippers on the left or the right side. Before going into the main compartment, let's go here in the back. There is another hidden compartment, hidden in air quotes, but a compartment that is close to your body. This would be good if you utilize this for travel, companion, personal bag. Here you could store your passport, for example, so it's closer to your body. There's nothing else in here. The only thing that I don't really like, to hide this zipper, there is this somewhat flap and this kind of rain gutter. This is something that I'm kind of complaining about with Bellroy bags. This somewhat rain gutter is a good, in air quotes, good place for water to accumulate, but also dirt. So if you get into a rainstorm or a monsoon rain, if you are in Indonesia, for example, then rain will accumulate here. And if you're unlucky and you didn't close your zipper properly, some water will push into this compartment eventually. Now going to the main compartment, here we have the shoulder strap, and this is what I was talking about previously. So this shoulder strap is beefy, and I don't like this. Truth to be told, I really don't like this padding. If I can remove this, no, I can't. This padding is, for my personal taste, too much. Yes, this will be much more comfortable on your shoulder strap, but I would argue that this sling bag isn't as big to be fully loaded with so much items that it would get too heavy, that it would get uncomfortable on your shoulders. So I feel like this padding on this shoulder strap is a little bit of an overkill. I don't need that much padding because, again, if there is more bulk, it tends to get in your way. And now here in Hamburg, it is winter. So I have this huge winter coat with this huge hood on me, and getting shoulder straps over my hood and kind of fiddling around my neck and stuff like that, it gets a little bit cumbersome. So having padding on the shoulder strap only means that I have to kind of maneuver this even more cumbersome around this hood. So I don't like this. I mean, this is a detachable shoulder strap, so I could potentially just utilize a different shoulder strap, but again, I don't think this is necessary. This sling bag isn't that big, and yes, I would probably load it up with my phone, with my gaming device, definitely my DJI Pocket 3, but all in all, this won't get that heavy. I probably would have just used this shoulder strap without this padding, but make the strap wider so it has more contact area on your shoulder to distribute the weight on your shoulder, and this strap won't dig into your shoulder, into your flesh that much. So yeah, this is something that I personally don't really like, and I kind of would have wished that they would have given the option to, no, it is actually sewn into the shoulder strap as far as I can tell. You cannot remove this, which is a shame. So I probably, maybe I would just utilize this shoulder strap on this sling bag, because yeah, I don't like this at all, to be quite honest. It is, don't get me wrong, this is very well made. This is X-Pac as well. The padding feels great. These carabiners look great and they work probably really well. Strap and organizers here, so nothing hang around. So in terms of construction and build, this is great. I don't fault AquaGuard for that, but this to me is unnecessary for a sling bag that is only this size. Continuing with the main compartment, we have the main slot here in the back, an area where you could kind of store maybe an iPad mini. I don't own an iPad mini, but this would be a good place for my Anbernic to kind of protect my screen. Then we have a zippered pocket here to kind of organize some more stuff. Also a great area to kind of store maybe some valuables. Then another zippered pocket here with somewhat mesh through, see-through. What I like, it's probably not very good to see here, this pocket kind of ends halfway. So I always kind of complain about utilizing the whole vertical space of a bag. And if this pocket would have gone all the way down, then basically everything that you store in here will basically also accumulate at the bottom of this main compartment together with all of the other items that are in this compartment. Now, because this pocket ends halfway, everything that you put inside this pocket kind of hovers slightly above everything that is kind of accumulating here, therefore utilizing the whole vertical space and making sure that you don't kind of bulk up the bag here at the bottom, but rather utilize the whole width and height of this main compartment. That is a really good design, which I like quite a lot. So overall, I do like this bag. I would say this bag is amazing. For me, this bag is maybe a little bit too small, but this bag is great, but not necessarily with this shoulder strap. Obviously, I will review it with this shoulder strap to give you my final verdict when I finish testing this. But for now, I can really see that I will like this one minus the shoulder strap. This one probably is a little bit too small. So yeah, that was my first impressions of these two new sling bags, the Core Sling from AquaGuard. All of the items that I mentioned in this video are linked below. Those are affiliate links. With those you won't pay more, but you will support this channel with a small kickback of that sale. And if you do so, thank you very much. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your opinions, not only about these bags, but more importantly, what do you think about this feature, this quick drop-in feature to kind of get your hands free? And what are your opinions on, like, in air quotes, thick shoulder straps on sling bags? Yay or nay? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, maybe hype and like this video. That always helps if you watch to the end, because watching a video until the end is always helpful. Post a panda emoji for this panda colorway and help me to get to 70,000 subscribers. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, but only with your help that will be possible by clicking the button up here. Maybe check out a different slingback video up here, and YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. I see you in the next video. Thank you very much.